watch these videos and people talk about how when they turn the camera on their heart rate rises by like 1,000 beats a minute and you think they're over exaggerating. They're not. Oh god, this really isn't pleasant. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Hi guys. My name's Sophie and today I'm going to talk about something kind of personal. I share a lot of my life on the internet. As you can probably tell, I've talked about a lot of different things, some in a lot of detail, some in not a lot of detail. There's another thing that I want to talk about, and it's quite a weird thing for me to talk about because I haven't really talked about it much. It's also really weird that I'm this scared because currently no one's watching this video. It's just me and a camera in my bedroom, which is not unusual for me, and I am really stressing quite a bit. Heart's going quite fast, my breathing's not normal because I'm really nervous about this and I don't really know why I'm nervous. But basically, I'm bisexual, and the reason that I have decided to tell the internet, and therefore possibly every human being in the world for like the rest of eternity, this information is because I think it's important to know that there are people who aren't straight, and also who aren't gay. Like, obviously people who are gay aren't treated the best in a lot of situations, and I'm not taking away from that, but people who are in the middle of the spectrum are often kind of just forgotten about quite a bit, and I really dislike that, being one of those people. So I am taking this opportunity and the platform that I have to talk about the fact that there are other options, and kind of that they exist. But yeah, it's a scary thing to talk about. I personally have known that I was bisexual for about nearly 2 years, no, more than that, 2.5, nearly 3 years now. And when I say no, I mean looking back at it I can say no, you knew, you were just denying it. I didn't admit it to anybody else until I was 16, and I didn't, and even then it was only to 2 people, because it's a really scary thing. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be a scary thing for me because I am from a family that is very LGBT friendly. I am friends with a lot of people who are gay or lesbians or bisexual or asexual or queer or transgender, or like the list goes on. And so, like, logically I know I shouldn't, none of that should make me nervous, but it's still quite a terrifying thing. It's great that I have such a supportive group of people, and I know that nowhere near everyone in the LGBT community gets a supportive group of people with them, and that sucks. It's really strange. I've very recently told my family, like this week, because basically I wanted to make this YouTube video, and I wanted to be able to talk about LGBT stuff while without people thinking that I was coming in from outside the group and being all kind of like, I am the majority and these are the things that I think, and that's I'm very supportive of allies working towards LGBT equality, but like I think it's a different kind of thing, and I think I don't want to lie to people about the fact that I'm bisexual. So I wanted to make this video, and I didn't think it was fair for my close family to learn about this through a video. That said, there are some people in my family who I haven't told. Some of those people might end up watching this video. I debated telling extended family, but considering how terrified I became telling my people who live in my house, I kind of was like, you know what, they're probably gonna be fine with it. I don't want to have to go through that stress. Probably won't matter to them, they can just watch the video. I'm sorry if you're watching this and that wasn't what you wanted, I'm sorry. Just I couldn't go through the stress of doing that again. Okay, my heart's still beating really quickly. I thought it would calm down by now because I've said it like 5 times. Another part of the reason that I specifically decided to do this now really is that I was watching the LGBT panel from last year's VidCon. I was watching a video of it and I was kind of like, this is great, this is really great, but like I don't think any of these people on this panel are bi or pan, and I was very aware that all of the people on that panel were quite big names, and like there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a big name and also being out, and I think that's great that people who are out are managing to get so far into the social status of YouTube and whatever, but I also think that it means that their audience can fall through gaps sometimes. And I think it's just as important for people with smaller subscriber counts to be honest and open if they can. And I say if they can because like for some people it's not practical and it's not safe for them to come out, and that is fine. Like if you're not safe coming out, don't do it. Like only do what you can do safely. So that's another part of the reason that I came out, is because I am in a situation where I can do this safely and I'm not in any real immediate danger by doing this, and I think people who can come out should, so that people who can't know that there are other people. And so yeah, so that's kind of why I did it. I want to briefly talk about what it means. I will be doing one of those what is videos about bisexuality and pansexual, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what it means to me personally. So for me, the reason that I'm bi and not pan is that when I think about the difference between the two sexualities, basically pansexual is that you can be attracted to people and their gender doesn't really come into the equation. It could be like you're attracted to lots of different things for different people, but what gender they are doesn't come into the attraction of whether or not you're attracted to them. Whereas with bisexual, the gender does come into it, but you can be attracted to people, like, even if they're not of the opposite gender. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Like, this was terrifying to film. I'm sure it's going to be even more terrifying to edit, and I apologise to future me who has to like press the publish button on the YouTube video, because I understand that you will probably have a panic attack about this, and I'm kind of forcing myself into doing this because it's terrifying. And like, if it's terrifying for me as someone who isn't in any danger at all and who has a support network, like, I can't imagine how terrifying it must be for people who don't know anyone else in the community, who don't have that supportive network. And I realise that everyone says this, but like, I am always open to talking to people if they're scared or confused, and I think the internet is one of the great things about the internet is that it's very easy to find people who are like you. And so if you need to talk, if you need someone to talk to, I'm around. So this was terrifying. My next video that's going to go up will be about some books that I was sent by the world's most lovely woman, and then after that I'm going to look at doing some more kind of information based videos. I also have a January wrap up coming soon, and kind of like, I'm hoping to get back into the swing of making book videos. I realise that I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, and that's mainly just been like college has been really busy and a lot of assessments going on, but getting back into it, and yeah, so I will see you guys next time.